Welcome to this tutorial. In this session, we will explore the command known as the Dimension Creator. The plugin offers two methods to access the command. One method is via the tab, where you can find the dimension panel under the FunctionizeBIM tab. The same command can also be accessed through the command panel. To place the dimension, I will navigate to the floor plan. For instance, if I want to position a dimension at all of these grids, I would initiate this command. I would select the overall dimension for the grid and click on one of the grids. This action will generate an individual dimension for each grid, along with an overall dimension. We can perform the same action for the grids. I can manually select the grids and then click on Finish to choose a position for placing the dimension. Another example we can consider is applying the same dimension in the section. When examining the levels, I can proceed in the same manner. I can select the grid and dimension, choose all of these elements, and simply click Finish to place the dimension for both the grid and the levels. We will then explore the feature that allows you to create a dimension based on a specific room. In this case, if I want to place a dimension within the room, I would select the room dimension and click on any point where I wish to position it. This action will place a dimension in both horizontal and vertical directions. Similarly, I can apply this to another area as well. We also offer tools that allow you to expand the dimension. In this case, if this dimension is currently a complete segment dimension that allows us to expand and select a specific area, it has now been divided, resulting in two separate dimensions. We can position the dimension according to the specified settings. When I click on the dimension setting, I can choose to include the doors. Additionally, I can opt to include the windows, specifying whether the dimensions should be positioned at the top and left, or based on the center line or the edges. I can also add this as a chain, along with the required offset and spacing, allowing me to save this configuration. When I click on the opening dimension, I can select the specific wall and click on Finish. This action will add the dimension based on the center line. However, if I go and change this to be the face, the edges within, I can determine the opening dimension based on this selection. There is one dimension that extends to the center point of the selected object, while the other dimension reaches the opposite edge. This concludes this section. We will also explore the other video where we will address this topic.